Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Cece and today I am doing an intro for a new project that I've made up for myself. This is called Use It to Lose It. Now, I know that there are other panners out there that are doing something similar as a no-buy project pan, but what this project is me using up categories of products that I don't want to have in my collection anymore. I have 7 categories of items that I have sitting around that I don't like and I don't need to own. So my goal here is to use them up so that I can have that storage space back in my life and never have to purchase these types of items again. I hope that makes sense. So here are the 7 categories that I no longer want to have in my collection. First up is essences. To me, they're an unnecessary step in the skincare regime. If you love and cannot live without your essences, I get it. More power to you. But for me, when I wake up in the morning, I'm always in a rush. I am not a morning person, so I do not need another step in my skincare when what I'm doing is working for me. Next up is facial exfoliants. I will continue to purchase some cleansers that have an exfoliating aspect to them, but exfoliants themselves are very harsh on my skin, and I have very delicate, very reactive skin. My skin sensitivity is too high for me to risk trying out new exfoliants because I have had some real experiences with them in the past. Next up is face oils. I just don't enjoy them. They are too heavy on the face. I do not like the way they feel. And personally, I prefer to have them under my moisturizers when I do wear them, which is not the correct order. So why use them? Next up is facial mists. I know that they can be refreshing for some people and they might be important to you to keep hydrated throughout the day, but to me, it's just something that I put on my desk and I forget about. Like, I don't ever sit in my room and think, man, I just wish I could mist my face right now. It's just not a priority to me. I also am done with sheet masks. They create so much unneeded waste with their individual packaging. They're generally annoying to put on. They're messy, and when you save the packages to show in your empty videos, you always get some serum spilled out of them, and it's annoying. So definitely not something that I need to keep in my skincare regime. In the same vein, I don't need face masks. I don't ever just sit there and think, I want to do a peeling mask today or a mud mask. I tend to only use mud masks when I have a breakout, and I am lucky to have fairly clear skin. So masks are something I just don't need to keep spending money on if I am doing my skincare regime properly, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, every once in a while it is fun to do a nice mask, but I don't need to buy anymore, especially with how many I have to use up currently. And last up is not actually a beauty category, but it is something that I have purchased more of since I got into beauty. It is wax melts. I don't have a wax warmer. I don't own one. I used to. But at this point in my life, I only have my cup warmer for my tea. And I will occasionally, when I finish a candle, I will clear out the jar and then put wax melts into that to melt them. So it's a little, it's a little awkward that I own wax melts that I don't have a proper way to melt. And I don't want one. I want to have less stuff. And I do not need that in my life. So wax melts are out of here. So that is it. Those are my 7 categories. And I will slowly during this year pull in products from these categories that I have in my collection until we are rid of them. It's going to be a little hard because I have at least 40 sheet masks in my collection. I'm pretty close on essences. We might only have to get through one of those, but it's still something I don't want to bring any more of into my collection. Face mists and face oils take me forever, so that will be a challenge, but I do want to use this project to focus specifically on these categories, so I'm not just leaving them laying around in my storage so that they get out of here before they expire and I have that space freed up for other things. So for this first round of this project, I am bringing in 3 sheet masks. So these 2 masks are at least 2 years old. I would have received them in 2021, I believe. They're Pyunkang Yule calming masks, and I believe they have aloe in them. So I have kind of saved them for when I have sunburns, but they're getting old. I don't need to save them any longer because then they'll expire. So I want to use these up. And I also have this Wishful Thirst Trap mask, which is probably the next oldest in my collection. So why is this sitting around? This is such a nice mask. A little too gooey for me, but the product itself, the quality is good. So I should use it and not let it go to waste. I am also pulling in this little facial mist. This is from Tower 28 and it is the SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray. Well, I haven't been using it daily because it's been on my desk for months and it's just a little guy. I did have this in my Project 10 uses and I've still got product in there. So I'm going to try to use this one up because I know I have like at least one other full-size face mist that I haven't touched. So we need to get this one out of the way. And the last item I'm pulling in for this month is my hopefully last essence in my collection. This is from Peach and Lily. It's the Wild Dew Treatment Essence. I have used this before. It's okay, but it's an essence and I don't need that extra step in my routine, like I said. So it's not something I look forward to, but once I've opened it up and put it on my sink, I will continue to use it. Maybe not every time I do my skincare, but consistently enough that I will get through it. So wish me luck. These are the first 5 items I'm going to work on. Hopefully, I will finish most of them up before my next update to you guys. Let me know in the comments down below, are there categories of skincare or makeup that you no longer buy and that you are trying to work out of your collection? I'd love to know that I'm not alone in this. And if you liked this concept and you liked the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you around for my panning journey. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. First up is essences. They are an unnecessary. First up, essences. They're an unnecessary.